G'day there guys, welcome back to In My Shed. I'm BC. Doing the axle boxes. This is the second side of it. I just thought I'd show you a little bit of the setup. Better take that out of the way. I got halfway through this clip and realised that I hadn't turned the sound on and I'm sick of doing voiceovers. Okay, one of the problems I had was inconsistent clocking of the length of the item, and it wasn't until I'd done about half a dozen axle boxes that I realised I did this radius here by hand and it's nesting into a chamfer on the front of the chuck, and of course it's not registering against the flat, so I was getting 15-20 thou differences there. So the way I overcome that is I put a parallel strip in behind the workpiece, push the work up tight against the parallel strip, and then roughly tighten the chuck. Don't forget to remove that. It could be quite a deadly missile. And then I set up a dial indicator and clock in the workpiece. Now the reason I do that is my 3-jaw chuck is very, very bell-mouthed. And if you hold something that's long from the back of the jaws, it's okay. But if you hold it at the front, you can be up to 15 thou either side. I suppose I should grind the chuck, shouldn't I? But I haven't yet. So I'll set this up, I'll clock it up off camera and I'll zoom you in. The next step is I put a drill chuck in the tailstock. I centre drill it with a 5/16 stub drill, and by using a stub drill I don't have to use a centre drill. It's stiff enough to centre it quite well. Then I take the drill chuck out, I face it, and then I start to do the drilling operations. Now, the tool I was using, the CNMG high cast iron grade, I did 16 axle boxes without incident. And then I started losing inserts for every axle box and it wasn't going well. But also when I was drilling 20 millimetres, I got a couple of red sparks come out of the hole. Now this is free cutting mild steel, low carbon stuff. There shouldn't be any high temperature work in there. So I'm a bit suspicious there might be a few impurities and that's causing my tools to crash. I haven't got any steel grade inserts for that holder, so I scratched through a box of gross inserts that I got off a fellow, all these outcome, and I come across a W&NG insert, and I tried using this tool holder and those inserts 15 years ago when they were all the rage, and I had no success. Zero work come out of it. So I threw it away, and now I thought I'll give it another go, and the whole problem was the way I was setting up. It's now turning absolutely beautiful. I'm quite pleased with it. So anyway, I'll clock it up off camera, zoom you in a little bit and show you the operations of doing the back of the axle box. Back soon. Okay guys, we'll give this a try. Now some of what I do is a bit contrary to common practice. I was trained in very basic machine shop work 55 years ago, so maybe I'm not up to date. But I was always taught to face off either into a hole or out from a hole. And it's my experience, if you've got cheap carbide, if you leave a little pip in the middle and you're facing into it, it just peels the top of the insert off. And I lost quite a few inserts that way, so I try not to do it if I can. Okay, let's put a hole in it. Now I have a few goes at starting the drill. That helps to get it on centre, and away we go. I go in about ½ an inch or 13 mil, and then I refresh the oil on the cutting edge. The old Mersac mate makes an easy job of this. I've had a few comments about not seeing any swarf on my machines. There's enough swarf here now. Bit of deep drilling and paste to peck at it, clear the chips. Okay, that's enough. At least this way I won't break through. I'll just rotate the camera screen so I can see what I'm filming. Yeah, next operation is facing it down to length. Luckily it's at the same speed. I'll just take that tailstock back a bit further. Now that I've figured this tool holder out, it can really pull the chips off. I take it in groups of 40 thou increments. I don't want to push at it too hard while it's not hard up against the back of the chuck. There we go. And before I do the final cut, I'll stop the lathe and take a depth measurement. I'm a little bit dyslexic with figures. Oh, shite. Didn't want to cooperate. Ah. that should be right on the money. Before I forget, I'll give you a bit of a laugh. They're modernising our society and we're using plastic bottles. This is what happened to the back end of one with my homebrew. It didn't just fail a little bit. They normally just dribble out of the centre point of the blow mould, but it blew the arse right out of this one. Okay, we'll finish up this facing cut. Pick it back a bit on speed. And this time I'll go to my big drill chuck. Slowly, slowly drill the hole. I'm glad I've got a really drill grinder. It's had a bit of use the last few days. It's a big chuck, but it's a lot to grip. Pretty soon we'll run out of pilot hole, like right now. I just have to slow the feeding down a little bit. The last thing I want to do is drill through the back end of the axle box again. That's right, again. I'm just checking I'm not over drilling it. Under drilling can be fixed, but over drilling is a disaster. There's a lot of work goes into these items, even though they're fairly simple. If everything goes well, it's about a 7 to 8 minute cycle time. I've lengthened that out a little bit by putting a couple of extra measuring phases in. I'd rather catch the error before it happens. And the Irish in me wants me to be sure, to be sure, to be sure. Now, I didn't get any spare material with this job. Not that I'm contemplating having any failures. Perfect. Lucky I looked. And this last drill chuck is a bit of a legacy from the business. A customer ordered in a special item, which was several $100s, and then just changed his mind. You can put it back into stock and sell it to someone else. Yeah, rightio. Now, change the speed again. Very delicate job, this one. There, I just got into the bottom of the drilled hole. And when it starts to talk to me, like about now, that's when I back out. Perfect, right on size. And that's it. Okay, you lot, that's all there is from me today. As you can see, I've made lots and lots of chips. There's 40 of those at 7 or 8 minutes each, plus setup time, plus remedial action required. I think I've got 7 where the lengths are a little bit odd and not drilled in deep enough, but that'll be a quick fix now that I'm used to it. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you like seeing the old goat make some chips.